And that was interesting. Tommy Robinson, who had a altercation at St Pancras, I don't know if it's the train station. Again, ET24 on that one. Plenty of hosts for the hungry, bloodthirsty beasts. And again, no purple guy, serial killer here. This Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafias, the local mob. And Tommy Robinson was saying release the CCTV footage, claiming he was acting in self-defence. And in the great train stoppers incident, that was one big stitch up, set up, fit up. Norwich Transport Police did have a run-in with Mark Simpson, not in uniform. Transport motorcycle copper from London, travelling down to London on the Norwich train, 5 a.m. train in the morning. Throwing his weight around, so I did have to back him off, did jump fully on my back, so I had to take him off my back, and he was a big block. Bigger than me, big gorilla. And then he grabbed me, tried to get me around the throat with his big gorilla hands and his big psycho eyes. So I did back him off in self-defence. And he did go down in the seats, but I did break his fall, did get a hold of his tunic, his gal's blouse, to break his fall, but just had to back him off. And it did go to Magistrates Court. Train was stopped here, just outside of this. More police, transport police, and the great train robbers incident. But we did exit the train before they stormed the train. And that was interesting too. We did make our way home. Brian got caught, but I made it all the way home. 10:30, knock on the door. And normally there's 3 or 4 coppers. And the one at the door said, "Can we come in?" And he said, "You know why we're here, don't you?" And I said, "Well, it's your man causing the problem, not me." So I said, "Well, I hope you didn't all come round for breakfast." Normally there's 3 or 4 coppers. And I had one say, "I was just standing in my Y fronts just to show them that I wasn't armed or carrying any concealed weapons." So one behind the one at the front door called out, "Cover the back, get round the back, cover the back." So I said to the sergeant at the door, I said, "Well, where does he think I'm going in my Y fronts? Does he think I'm going to be running around this in my Y fronts?" So, but anyhow, they sent 13 police to arrest me, 13 transport police, because this police had told them I was the big mad monster, psycho serial killer. I really don't think so. And again, not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked gal on the Royal Sandringham estate killing fields. High Royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. And that is Prince William Way over there. I was up here one night doing a video and all hell broke loose over there. 2 police cars on blue lights, police van, police helicopter. The word that came off Prince William Way, that was a fatal stabbing, but there was nothing official in the press. And again, when you do find yourself in a golden dragon, golden circle, precision engineered, clockwork orange, golden squeeze, so you do have to follow your golden compass. So anyhow, it went to Magistrate Court. They told everything but the truth, and I was found guilty because the judge claimed that I shew no remorse. So I said, well, if I walk out of this court and someone jumps on my back and tries to grab me by the throat, then I'll remove that person also. So why should I show remorse for acting in self-defence with appropriate force? So I appealed, went to Crown Court. First Crown Court case. The judge more or less took the line that the police can do anything to you, but if you put hands on a copper, then you are in the wrong. You've crossed the line. They can do anything they want to you. You just have to be subjected to their assault, and then you just put in a complaint. That was his line of thought. So I was found guilty again. And then the Criminal Review Commission took up my case, and the Criminal Review Commission is made up of barristers and ex-lawyers and people who know the law. And they looked at my case and they said clearly in the evidence of his own witnesses, Mark Simpson, again big, probably 6'3", big motorcycle copper from London, again not in uniform, throwing his weight around, said that in the evidence of his own witnesses he acted clearly outside the execution of his duty, and that was battery towards myself, and I'd only acted in self-defence with appropriate force, so they ordered it back into Crown Court, said that I should be acquitted. They done me a very good document, very professionally done, a very good folder. So I went back into Crown Court, Red Robe High Court judge, and when I went to submit the evidence from the Criminal Review Commission, the folder, the file that they'd given me, the clerk and the Red Robe judge would not even accept the evidence, wouldn't even look at it. Tried to submit it to the court, they wouldn't even entertain it, even though the evidence, true, cleared my name, and again I should have been acquitted. Mark Simpson was the one who committed the crime. So I was found guilty again. The judge falsely claimed that I'd used too much force to remove the big gorilla from myself, Mark Simpson, again who jumped fully on my back, and then tried to get me round the throat with his big gorilla hands and his big psycho eyes right in my face. And this is 5 o'clock in the morning. That was how I was woken up, being subjected to this. So naturally, your natural instinct is to remove that person from you. So I was found guilty again because the judge falsely claimed I'd used too much force, but I'd used appropriate force and I didn't cross the line. And even when he got out of the seats, he come right in my face again with his big psycho eyes. But I just stood my ground with him, wouldn't cross the line unless he made the move. So it cost me a £5 train journey, and that's back in the day. You could go on a world cruise for like £600-700. It cost me £2,000 in court costs, loss of earnings. I also had to do 80 hours community service. Even had to pay him £100 compensation because he lost a button off his girl's blouse. And the Norwich Transport Police removed the CCTV footage that would have also cleared me. And again, in Tommy Robinson's case, he's saying release the CCTV footage. He claims clears him that he acted in self-defence with appropriate force. So Norwich Transport Police, they took the tapes, the CCTV footage that also would have cleared me, but then claimed the CCTV footage wasn't working. This wasn't even investigated because that was already settled even before I went into any court case at the magistrates, the first Crown Court case and the second Crown Court case with the Red Robe judge. That was already determined. I was the one who was to be made to take the fall. I was the one who was going to be forced to pay. And the person who committed the real crime against myself, again battery towards myself, he walked away scot-free. And again, I was the one who was made to take the fall. And I did represent myself at the Crown Court and to the Red Robe judge, and I did challenge him. I said, well, if you call this British justice that someone assaults you and you back him off in self-defence, and then you say that I'm the one who has to take the fall, I'm the one who committed the crime, even though the crime was committed against me, so you're saying this is the great British legal system and this is justice? So then just said, may God judge between us. And he didn't say be quiet or I'll do you for contempt of court or the usual baloney they come out with. He just rushed out of the court with the other two people who were with him. So one big setup, stitch up. So a £5 train journey cost me £2,000. I was the one who ended up with the criminal record. And again, the evidence, CCTV footage would have cleared me. The Norwich Transport Police again took the tapes and then said the CCTV footage weren't working, but I did speak to the operator. Told me it was working and they had removed the tapes. The court would not even investigate this. So you're the one who's made to pay. You're the one who ends up with the criminal record. They commit the crime and then set you up for the crime. And that is your British. That's how the corrupt powers to be. That's how it works. So sometimes innocent men do have to run, fly, go, disappear, because they certainly will box you up, lock you up, get you done in, disappeared one way or another, but all to cover up their high crimes, royal blue murder. Certainly not mine. So sometimes innocent men do have to follow their golden compass. And as always, plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. And again, no Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station mountain bike rapist here. I was fully on camera, Norwich City Centre, Norwich Cathedral, Macehold Heath overlooking Norwich, where I was parked between two cameras. And I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, not a mountain bike, certainly wasn't me. Another big monster con, and the man following the woman at Norwich train station, younger than me, had a hoodie on. He was on a mountain bike. I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, given away free to a good home on the Burston Gisson Road, Gregson's Two Fishers Art Gallery. So no Peter Cook Cambridge, blonde wig, black rapist mask, no O.J. Simpson, black Sandringham serial killer gloves in my backpack, but they certainly will make you pay, certainly will make you the fall guy, all to cover up their high crimes, blue murder. Certainly not mine. And again, they certainly will pay to make you disappear. I was bringing Jackie home the other night. She's been a big support to Steph. Steph has had a tough old year with cancer and chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and all the complications they also run into. So I was bringing Jackie home the other night, did run into a white van on the blind corner down Friends Road, came over on my side of the road, come directly at me. So we had a head-to-head, did try to box me in, but there was enough room to get round him, so I went round him. So, there certainly are some vans you will not want to disappear in the back of. And all to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. So, you certainly cannot trust the corrupt powers that be. And especially up when there's one big agenda in play and a big collaboration. And you're the one who's going to be made to take the fall, and all to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder. Certainly not mine.